The Canon SL2 or 200D, is it worth buying in 2019? And is it any good for people that want to start photography or filmmaking or want to open their YouTube channel, vlogging, like myself? Well, let's find out together. Salve a tutti, I'm Dom and welcome to my channel. Today we are going to find out if the Canon SL2 or 200D is any good for people that want to start photography, filmmaking, YouTube, vlogging or anything like this, and if it's still worth buying in 2019. Or 2020. Well, yeah, we are nearly there. The Canon SL2 or 200D is an APS-C crop sensor camera with 9 autofocus points and an ISO range that goes from... Well, you know what? Let's not do this type of review. There are already thousands there on YouTube you can search for. Let's make it different this time. I found online a couple of questions from people about which camera is the best to use and question about the Canon 200D exactly. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to answer to these questions in my way. So there's going to be a bit of fun. We'll discover it together. And if you just want to jump to a question, there is a list of them in the comment section. Just go there, look at it, and you can choose if you want to jump directly to a question. So, iniziamo! "21, 22, 23 and 24. 24 megapixels. Quite a lot for this little camera. Quite enough to print high quality resolution pictures on a paper slightly bigger than A4. So that's quite a lot, to be fair. And let's be honest, today as today, people are watching at the pictures on mobile phones or computer screens, and this resolution, the resolution from this camera is more than enough for these things. Did it focus? Did it focus? Did it focus on my... Forgot about it. The Canon 200D has a flip screen that helps you see what the camera is seeing. So it's pretty amazing even for selfies. But it's not only that. The autofocus, it's one of the best one on the market. It's the dual pixel autofocus. You might question, what's the dual pixel autofocus then? Great question. Well, let's find out together. I gotta hear the documentation and we can read it together. Dual pixel autofocus. Each pixel on the CMOS imaging sensor has two separate light-sensitive Never mind. You just need to know that it's one of the best, if not the best, autofocus on the market. And the good thing is that a cheap camera as the Canon EOS SL2 or 200D has it. And look at it. It's pretty good, isn't it? I'm always been surprised by how great is this autofocus. Let's get to the next question. Haven't you seen my previous answer? I was just talking about it. I just jumped directly here. Alright, well, the Canon SL2 or 200D has a flip screen, as I was saying before. This allows you to see what the camera sees. So you're right there, vlogging. Look, we're vlogging now. And it's not only that. You can actually connect your camera to a monitor and see yourself much, much bigger. You can see yourself in the screen. That's another great setting for this camera. What do you think about it? The other possibility is to connect your camera on your phone via Wi-Fi, and with this you are able to see on your screen and control the camera on the screen of your mobile and control the camera from wherever. So somebody else could hold the camera, or the camera could be far away from you and you can see it on the screen. Let's move to the next question. Well, it's not what I call heavy. That's a pretty light and small camera. It's easy to carry around. But then it depends which lens you're going to use with it. For example, this one is the 18mm lens that comes with the camera, if you buy it with a kit. And it doesn't add much weight to the camera itself. And it's a great lens to start. It has a stabilizer, that means it should stabilize, not perfectly, but it does stabilize the image. And as you can see, we can zoom in and out. That's a great little lens. And we can still vlog with it. That's a nice little camera, and the 18 to 55mm lens just keeps it light. It keeps the camera light. But if we already go to something a bit heavier, then the camera will be heavier. Well, yeah, I just said heavier twice, haven't I? Well, but yeah, all in all, that's a pretty light and portable camera. You can carry it around easy. Well, you can hear it by yourself. We're now recording directly from the microphone that is on the camera, with no editing, nothing. That's a raw audio, as you will hear it normally coming directly from the camera. If this is good for you, if this is what you're looking for, if this is enough for you actually, then why not? You don't need to spend money. Saving suggestion. That's not bad, isn't it? But if you want to have a better audio, then you'll need to get a microphone, like the one I'm using at this moment. Or if you are on a cheap, like myself, or with a really tight budget, you can actually get this little Boya mic, the Boya BY-MM1. This little mic, now it has the cover, it looks big, but that's it. That's a pretty tiny mic, and it costs around £30 or £26 on Amazon, or around $30 on the American side. I will leave in the description a link to two different options. And I've used this mic on my previous video, the vlog I've done in the camera show, and it's an amazing little mic. Directional, that means only what is in front of it will be recorded. It can record a bit from the back, but it's not really the best. But if you have it for vlogging, this little thing is pretty good. But I will have a video dedicated to audio and how to do audio on a budget. Will come next. So click on the subscribe and the little bell, so you will be notified if a new video is coming out. And the next one is the one about audio, so you want to follow up with that, trust me. Why should you buy this camera instead of using your phone for vlogging or videoing? Well, that's a really good question actually. That's really good. Should have asked someone again. No, huh? I have to answer. Why shouldn't you use your Haha. Can your phone do this? Huh? Can your phone do... Can it? Front facing camera. I forgot about it. You're right. So then... Right. Can your phone do this? Can you take the lens off your phone? No, you can't. This is one of the greatest things of having a DSLR camera. You can change lenses. Any DSLR camera and mirrorless camera, they have the possibility of changing lenses. So you can buy a different type of lens without changing the body, and you will have a different focal length, and you will achieve amazing images, both in photography than in videography. If, for example, you want a really big zoom lens like the 70-300, you can just buy the lens and use the same body. While with the phone, you're not able to do this. Plus, the bokeh. That's another nice thing. As you can see, my background is out of focus. That's what is called bokeh. Is when the camera is focusing on a subject and is detaching this subject from the background. It allows you to give more attention to the subject instead of what is surrounding it. And that's something that cameras cannot achieve because of their really teeny tiny sensor. New mobile phone cameras are able to do it, but just because it's digital, it's just software that is faking this effect. It's not a real one taken from the camera. While with the Canon SL2 or 200D, you can change the lens to a 24mm, as the one I'm using at the moment, or a 50mm, and achieve these amazing type of pictures. Plus, the lens is something that you will keep with yourself throughout the time. You will buy different bodies, but you can always use the same lens on the new body. Even if you're buying a mirrorless camera coming from a DSLR, the mount will be different. This will be different, and this one will be different. You say, well, then I cannot use the lens I bought before with the new body. Actually, no. You can buy adapter that allow you to mount Canon lenses on mirrorless cameras, Nikon lenses on mirrorless cameras, and so on. And the lens is the most important part of the camera. The body, you can always change it after years. There are new bodies. You might want to change it and go from a simple full HD body like the SL2 200D, on which you learned how to take pictures, on which you learn how to make videos, how to vlog and all these things, into something a bit more professional. And at that point, you just need to invest on a good body and use the lenses you already have. That's not bad, isn't it? Let's go to the next question. Well, as you said, you're learning. The Canon 1DX is a pretty expensive camera and is quite professional. Plus, you don't know if you're gonna like being a photographer or a filmmaker or a vlogger. It's something that you're just starting. So, is it really worth spending this money? Well, if you got the money to spend and you don't care about it, then do it. But if you are on a budget or you're learning and you don't want to go into a situation where you're spending thousands for then throwing everything away because you don't need it anymore, you don't like it, then just get a 200D. Well, it's the same for every camera. And it's not the same for every camera. Let me explain myself better. When you're starting with photography or when you're starting with videography, filmmaking, YouTube, all these things, you don't have to care too much about post-production. You don't need to care about editing the pictures after you've taken them. You need to start learning how the camera works. You need to start taking pictures with the camera, you need to start making videos with the camera. You can keep it in auto mode, so you will start to get used with the lens you're having, the lens you're using on the camera. And then you can move into a manual mode and play with the ISO, play with the aperture, play with the f-stop, play with all these nice settings that the camera has. And I'm gonna make a video about all these different manual settings, so stay tuned for that. Meanwhile, if you, for example, are filming for a YouTube channel, you don't actually need setting the camera for the perfect type of shot, like the specific f-stop with the specific aperture and all these things. What you need to know is simply that set up the camera in auto mode, sit in front of it, do your vlog. That's more than enough. And to be honest, that's what I'm doing at the moment, and as you can see, there are nice colors around. I'm in focus, and the picture is coming well nice. So you don't really need, in the beginning, when you're learning all these things. You will need them later, but we'll discover them together later on. Well, to be honest, I love Nikon, mostly for photography, and I found Canon to be one of the best for videography and filmmaking. Most of their cameras have amazing colors, and as I said before, the dual pixel autofocus is one of the best on the market. But let's be honest, or better, I have to be honest. Nikon lately with the new cameras has done a really big step ahead. We have the Z50, that is the vlogging camera as they call it, that has a really great autofocus and amazing colors. And then there is the Z6, the big main camera that Nikon has come out, and you can see a review in my previous video. I will put the link right there, over there. There I'll put the link. So I've choose Canon because it's the most affordable one. A Nikon Z50 is still within the £800 or $800 realm, while the Canon is not right there. It's pretty cheap actually, and you will come to know soon. Yes, it does. Hey, that's cheating. That's two questions in one. We said one. Well, alright, they're the same topic, so let's go ahead with it. Right, how much it cost? I think this one is one of the questions that everybody wants to know. Well, you might be surprised. The Canon SL2 or 200D with the 1855 lens, the kit lens, comes at £499 or $499 if I'm not wrong. I'll put the link in the description so you will know better. So it doesn't sound really cheap and is a little bit above your £400 or $400 budget. But you shouldn't stop just at new camera. Just go on eBay, go on the Facebook marketplace and look for used ones. There are a lot of used Canon and used cameras, any used camera, that are actually in really good condition and are pretty good to use for a quite cheap price. For example, as you can see here, we have different offer for a Canon 200D with a kit lens. Sometimes you can find even offer for a Canon 200D with the kit lens and another lens with it. You'll never know, just follow it. On average, the price of a Canon 200D for a used one is around £250–300 with the kit lens, so we're well below your budget. And then, if you want to start vlogging, YouTube videos, photography, the Canon 200D and use it to Canon 200D with the 18–55mm kit lens. And then, a tripod like this one. You can get a head from Newer for around £20, $25. You can get a Joby tripod without the head. It comes cheaper actually. It comes at £30–35 and again $35 if I'm not wrong. I will put the link in the description. And a Boya mic, like this one, like the BY-MM1, and you will have a full vlogging kit for £400 or $400. $450 is going to be the top one. So just keep an eye on these things. You might be well surprised. This camera is my personal camera and I bought it with my own money on eBay for around £250 with the kit lens. This mic, the Boya mic, I bought it on eBay, on Amazon for £26. So we are already below the £300. And to be fair, I don't actually need a tripod. I bought the Joby tripod because it's really useful, portable, and you can move it as you want. And like this, you will start your own blogging or YouTube channel or whatever you like. Start photography. With all these things, you're around £400–450, considering the camera to be a used one. Of course, if you go for a new one, you're going to be over the £400 because only the camera is going to cost you more than that. And still, below if you buy the camera new, you will spend £499 or $499 and $30 or £30 for the mic and another 30 for the tripod and 20 for the head. So we are around £600, £650 and $600 or $650. Still a cheap one. Although my suggestion is keep an eye on eBay and on the used market. you will find some good things. Just don't jump on it, follow it, make sure that the seller is a trust one, keep an eye on it, then let me know how it goes. Just write in the comment section if you bought anything and you found this video interesting and useful. And with this last question, we conclude the first episode of Is It Worth It? If you found this video interesting, instructive, if you learned something from this video, if you found it interesting, or if you have questions about the topic we discussed in this video, or about the Canon camera, or about any other camera, just write in the comment section and I will answer you. And if you have suggestions for the next videos, anything, just write it down. And again, if you liked it, please, a thumbs up will be appreciated. Thank you. And subscribe. Click on the subscribe button, the little bell. And that's it, people. Thank you very much for your time. Thank you very much for following me. And we will see you next time. Next video is going to be about audio, so you should keep an eye on that. That's one of the most important things when you're recording a video. Grazie a tutti. Buona serata. Ciao. Salve a tutti. Salve a tutti. I'm Dom di... Salve a tutti. I'm Dom di Talent. Salve a tutti. I'm Dom and Dom. For people that want to learn photography or that want to become you can get a boya. And discover if it's worth. Let's not do this type of photography. I found different